Tonight, a brave veteran of the war in Ukraine is here in Colorado. He was grievously wounded in August, losing a leg and having his chest peppered by shrapnel. But in Ukraine, there are many amputees right now who really are not getting much help. Our Alan Janae shows us how a Colorado nonprofit called Limbs for Liberty brought this young man here to help restore some of what he lost.
It's the day they've been waiting for. Andre Chersak in a clinic in Colorado, a long, long way from where he's been. The day he's being fitted for a prosthetic leg.
It's like I'm ready to run.
Ready to run. Yeah. Surrounded by people he never would have thought he'd meet, in a place he never thought he might be before war happened.
My son is missing me a lot. My wife is missing me a lot. I miss them a lot, even more.
A young father at 24, the war that has torn apart his homeland drove Andre from his job as a construction worker to soldier, and now to wounded veteran.
It's difficult to talk about it.
Andre was in Zaporizhia. Some of the worst of the fighting. Losses were heavy. A mortar explosion ripped through his leg. As he lay wounded, he prepared to detonate a grenade if the Russians came for him.
Do you now have any regret about getting involved?
In spite of facing death, he wants to return to the front lines.
I want to go back, and if they take me back, I will go back to fight right now.
Andre is in Colorado with people from a nonprofit that started after Kelly Roerig returned from Ukraine, where she got a look at what the war was doing.
I thought, well, this is kind of my opportunity to really see, like, what does volunteer work look like?
And so they started Limbs for Liberty to bring injured soldiers to Colorado.
On paper, it seems amazingly easy.
They had arranged things, but found they had a lot to learn, even when buying him socks.
He only needs technically one sock right now. But
And more complicated problems, like his reaction on the plane ride to the U.S.
There's a kid that suddenly started crying. And that actually triggered him to think that there's something is happening.
Irina Rostello is part of the organization because of her own identity.
You're Russian.
I am.
Her anger at Vladimir Putin and his war runs deep.
None of this needed to happen at all. All of these people could have had their limbs, their lives.
She hopes her new country, America, does not weaken its resolve.
That's exactly what Putin wants you to do. We need to fight for Ukraine.
To her, Andre is a hero.
He is a freedom fighter. He's fighting for all of us. He lost his leg for all of us.
It's actually more upfront.
At the Hanger Clinic in Gun Barrel, prosthetist Jeff Ritalik fit Andre for his new leg. How do you feel the process is going?
Has a little bit of tender spot, so it hurts him sometimes.
But the pangs of something else hurt more, missing his family and his country.
I gotta go. I gotta go home.
And soon he will, with the assistance of Coloradans who are helping restore some of what he's lost in a war for freedom. In Boulder County, Alan Janae, covering Colorado First.